The shocking truth why Keanu Reeves and Alexandra Grant broke up. For years, they've been the Hollywood romance you couldn't help but root for. It felt like a quiet, dignified love story built on art, respect, and a real connection that seemed totally immune to the chaos of fame. You have Keanu Reeves, the industry's beloved, reluctant hero, and Alexandra Grant, the brilliant artist who seemed to ground him. Together, they painted a picture of a serene, perfect partnership. They were proof that you could find powerful love later in life, a bond not forged in the flash of cameras, but in quiet creativity. But as 2025 winds down, that perfect picture is being threatened by some pretty shocking rumors. Whispers that started in the dark corners of the internet have now hit the mainstream, all claiming the unthinkable. That after years of what looked like a perfect romance, Alexandra Grant has walked away from Keanu Reeves. And this isn't just your average celebrity gossip. The story that's being passed around is about a secret ultimatum that supposedly led to a heartbreaking choice. Sources claim that behind the sweet smiles and hand-holding on the red carpet, a silent struggle was tearing them apart. The story goes that Alexandra gave Keanu a choice. Either step back from the crushing weight of Hollywood, or she would have to step away to save herself. So is this dramatic story true, or is there something else going on behind the headlines? The fairy tale romance. To really get why these rumors are causing such a stir, you have to go back to the beginning. Their story wasn't a typical Hollywood whirlwind romance. Keanu and Alexandra were friends and collaborators long before things turned romantic. Their partnership actually started back in 2011 when Grant provided illustrations for Reeves' satirical book Ode to Happiness. After that, they worked together again on another book, Shadows, and even started their own publishing house, X Artists Books. For years, they were just two creative minds working together. They didn't make their public debut as a couple until November 2019 at the LACMA Art and Film Gala, though it was later confirmed they had been quietly dating for a while. That image of them holding hands on the red carpet sent a clear message. This was different. This was the real deal. Over the next few years, they gave us little glimpses into their super private life. They'd show up at gallery openings, fashion shows, and movie premieres, always looking completely devoted to each other. In a 2023 interview, Keanu gave a rare and beautiful look into their bond. When asked about its last moment of bliss, he said, "A couple of days ago with my honey. We were in bed, we were connected, we were smiling and laughing and giggling, feeling great. It was just really nice to be together." It was moments like that that cemented their image as a genuinely happy and stable couple, miles away from the usual celebrity drama. But as 2025 winds down, that perfect picture is being threatened by some pretty shocking rumors. Whispers that started in the dark corners of the internet have now hit the mainstream, all claiming the unthinkable. That after years of what looked like a perfect romance, Alexandra Grant has walked away from Keanu Reeves. And this isn't just your average celebrity gossip. The story that's being passed around is about a secret ultimatum that supposedly led to a heartbreaking choice. Sources claim that behind the sweet smiles and hand-holding on the red carpet, a silent struggle was tearing them apart. The story goes that Alexandra gave Keanu a choice. Either step back from the crushing weight of Hollywood, or she would have to step away to save herself. So, is this dramatic story true, or is there something else going on behind the headlines? The hidden struggle and the alleged ultimatum. But according to the story now making the rounds, that blissful connection was under some serious pressure. Anonymous insiders have started to paint a picture of a relationship strained by two completely different worlds. On one side, you've got Keanu, a global superstar who's tied to the relentless demands of blockbuster movies, press tours, and constant public attention. On the other side is Alexandra, a respected artist and intellectual, whose life revolves around quiet studios and a fierce need for her own space. This is where the story gets juicy. These alleged sources allege that Alexandra, who has always guarded her independence, started to feel like she was disappearing in the shadow of Keanu's massive fame. The narrative suggests that the nonstop attention and paparazzi began to chip away at her identity. It wasn't about a lack of love, the reports claim, but a fight for her own sense of self. And that's where the secret ultimatum allegedly comes in. According to this very traumatic version of events, Alexandra gave Keanu a heartbreaking choice. It wasn't a selfish demand, but a plea for a different life together. The choice was supposedly this: Either he would start to untangle himself from the Hollywood machine to build a quieter life with her, or she would have to make the devastating decision to walk away, not from him, but from the world he was trapped in. The heartbreaking decision, as the story goes. In this speculative narrative, the end didn't come with a huge fight or a scandal. It came with quiet, painful honesty. The story being pushed is that Alexandra made the ultimate sacrifice. She chose to let Keanu go rather than force him to give up the career that has defined his entire life. Anonymous insiders describe a tearful but gentle conversation where she explained that she loved him too much to ask him to change, but that she also loved herself too much to stay. According to this unconfirmed tale, her decision was an act of love, a tragic, self-sacrificing move to save the man she loved, even if it meant losing him. The story frames her as a woman who refused to be a casualty of fame, choosing her own peace over a life in the spotlight. It paints a picture of a devastating, impossible choice where the only way to save their love was to end the relationship. The shocking truth, according to this narrative, is that the breakup wasn't an ending, but a tragic sacrifice meant to set them both free.
The aftermath and the verifiable truth. Okay, so while this story of a secret ultimatum and a heartbreaking sacrifice is incredibly compelling, it's time for a reality check. The shocking truth about why Keanu Reeves and Alexandra Grant broke up is they haven't. As of late 2025, there are zero credible reports, no official statements, and no verified sources to confirm a breakup. In fact, all the available evidence points to them still being very much together. The entire narrative of a split appears to be a work of fiction that has spiraled out of control online. These breakup rumors seem to be fueled by the same internet buzz that falsely claimed they were secretly married earlier in the year. In September 2025, both Keanu's representative and Alexandra Grant herself publicly shut down wedding rumors. Grant posted on Instagram with a photo of them, clarifying it was simply a kiss, not a wedding announcement, and warned her followers about fake news. Their public appearances throughout 2025 completely contradict any idea of a split. They were seen kissing on the red carpet at the Ballerina premiere in June. They were spotted walking hand in hand in September for Keanu's Broadway debut and Waiting for Godot. And most recently, in October 2025, they attended the New York screening of his film Good Fortune, again sharing a kiss for the cameras and looking like the devoted couple they've always been. Why the breakup rumors? So, if they're still happily together, why did this elaborate and convincing breakup story even start? It really boils down to the unique nature of their relationship and Keanu Reeves' public image. Keanu has long been seen by the public as a kind of tragic hero, a gentle soul who has endured incredible personal loss. This perception makes him a magnet for dramatic, emotionally charged stories. A tale of a noble, tragic breakup fits perfectly into the myth that already surrounds him. On top of that, their relationship is famously private. In an industry where celebrities often overshare, Keanu and Alexandra's quiet, reserved approach creates an information vacuum. And where there's a lack of facts, speculation loves to rush in. Fans and content creators fill in the blanks, often projecting their own dramatic fantasies onto the couple. The Ultimatum story, while totally fictional, does tap into something real and observable about their dynamic, their fierce independence. Alexandra Grant isn't just Keanu's girlfriend. She's a respected artist and intellectual in her own right. The narrative of her walking away to save herself is a fictionalized version of her very real commitment to her own identity. The story is compelling not because it's true, but because it feels emotionally plausible, touching on a modern idea of partnership where love doesn't require sacrificing yourself. So, the story of Keanu Reeves and Alexandra Grant's breakup is a fascinating look at how celebrity myths are made today. The shocking truth isn't that they broke up, but that the fictional story of how they supposedly broke up says more about our fascination with them than it does about their actual relationship. While the dramatic tale of a secret ultimatum is pure fiction, the reality of their partnership is a testament to their strength. They continue to handle the pressures of fame on their own terms, with privacy, mutual respect, and a quiet dignity that is rare in Hollywood. The love story of Keanu Reeves and Alexandra Grant isn't over. In fact, it seems to be thriving, proving that the strongest relationships are the ones that don't need to prove anything to anyone. What do you think about the constant rumors surrounding this couple? Does their privacy just add more fuel to the fire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite celebrity stories.